Hey everybody, I just wanted to jump on here, and this may take a few minutes, but I just wanted to jump on here and kind of tell you why I Plexus, why this is so important to me that you do something for your health. I'm going to tell you back in 2003, we adopted from Lithuania. Our son was 4 years old, and that did not go as I expected. Things rarely do, but in this case, our adoption was not fantastic. It was hard. And I'm not saying that so you feel sorry for me or whatever, because we all have something hard. But that made a difference in how I treated myself, and I pretty much put myself in the back seat. My health was not a priority, and you know, we all, when things get hard, we all have coping mechanisms. There's always something that we're going to do that sets up, hey Melanie, that sets up, you know, how we're going to operate. And when we use coping mechanisms, we're not really dealing with the real issue. And so my coping mechanism, even though it didn't make any sense whatsoever, my coping mechanism for dealing with my son was to eat. And I didn't have to be hungry. I just wanted something to chew. And so a lot of times late at night, I would sit in a chair and just chew. There would be chips beside me. There would be nuts. There would be just stuff. It didn't even have to be anything I particularly wanted. I just ate. And the thing is, I see that happening to so many of us. Instead of dealing with our reality, we find some way to cope. And the thing is, my health was totally in the back seat. And y'all might notice I'm actually in the back seat of my old Mustang. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see the interior. And you will see that the back seat is not, there's no room. It is close in here, it is tight, and there's just not a lot of room for moving around. Back here, there is not even a seat belt. There's nothing for protection. So when we put ourselves in the back seat, you're going to see that it's just not the best place to be. And my health was totally not my priority. I am going to show you that the outside of the car looks just as bad as me putting myself in the back seat. I'm going to show you what it looks like now. If you went to high school with me, you might remember something that looks a little different than this. But this is my car now. You can see it has not been driven in months. It has been parked in my garage. It will run if it has a battery, which it doesn't right now, but it is parked. It is sitting there. It is just not, it will run, but it doesn't run the way it was built to run. And that's pretty much the situation with my body. I was not taking care of me. My body did not work like it was supposed to because I was putting crap into it and then just letting myself go. So I stayed in the back seat. Hang on, I'm going to flip it back around. So my car is not in ideal shape, and it's been parked. It was parked for 9 years, which was pretty much the same period of time that I let my health go. I still need to work on the car, but it has not been the priority because my health is in better shape. That has been my priority. And the thing is, in 2013, about the end of that year, I had just gotten sick and tired of the fact that I had just gotten in such bad shape. I was overweight. I was headed toward diabetes. That was not going to get better in the track that I was going. And I was going to have to get in the driver's seat and steer in a different direction. And Plexus is what made the difference. My sweet friend Cheryl, who I think is on here, actually shared Plexus with me at the beginning of December, and that same month Mama was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and that I think was December 4th. And then on Christmas Day that year, Daddy had an emergency gallbladder operation. We spent Christmas night in the hospital, and he was sitting there in the hospital, and laid up with his pain medication, and I was laid out on the, the very uncomfortable hospital chair. And I looked down, and I'm sitting there with, seems like it was a Snickers and a Diet Dr. Pepper. And I'm like, really? This is the best you can do? This is garbage. And I decided right then, I even ordered Plexus. Even though I had only had a 3-day sample, it did not, I didn't feel a whole lot in the 3 days, but I was like, dadgummit, I'm going to do something different. I am going to make this work for me. And so I ordered a month's supply, and I ordered as a preferred customer. And the crazy thing is, before my order even arrived, I called back 2 days later. We got out of the hospital. I called back 2 days later and said, you know what? Scratch the preferred customer. I'm joining, because I am determined to change the direction of my life. I had to get back in the driver's seat of my car and of my health and actually take control of my situation. And Plexus did make a difference. It took months for me to even notice how bad I had felt before. It took months of walking. I finally started walking. I realized about 2 weeks in that I was able to walk. There was no reason that I couldn't do something, and so I started walking. That year in February, I walked 78 miles, which is amazing considering I had been doing nothing before that. But the thing is, for me, it took several months of hard work for me to get to a point that I could realize what really made such a difference to me. And like I said, our home situation was very chaotic. It was very toxic in some ways because of the things that our adopted son brought into it. But what I realized more than anything was that I couldn't wait on him to get his act together before I took care of me. I wasn't doing anybody any good by eating my way into oblivion. I was eating my way toward a heart attack, eating my way toward diabetes. And I wasn't even hungry when I was eating. Like I said, I was just stuffing things in, trying to medicate the pain that I felt from the hard household. And I just want you to know, I see you. I see my friends who are struggling with hard home situations. I see the folks that I graduated from school with. We've packed on the pounds and we've let ourselves go because we just haven't made our health a priority. And I love you enough to want more for you. But the thing is, you've got to decide that you're driving. You're not going to put yourself in the back seat anymore. You have to take control of your health, and you have to do it now. It has taken me 3.5 years to get where I am now from where I was. But it's not going to get shorter. If you keep waiting, it's going to take you longer to get back to better health than if you start now. Stop putting it off. Make yourself a priority. And it could just totally change your life. And the thing is, it could change your family. It has taken so much pressure off of me that I finally came to the realization, it took me a long time to figure this out too. I couldn't change Daniel. There was nothing I could do that was going to make him behave differently. The only one I can control is me, and if I'm not taking care of me, then I'm not even controlling that. I totally was in the back seat, and you have to get in the driver's seat with your health. You have to take control of it and do it now. If you are overweight, please, I will be glad to help you. If you need to walk, let me know. I'll walk with you. If you want to run, let me know. We can do that. We can do yoga together. But you have got to decide, and that's the biggest and the hardest part. It's more about your head than it is about your body, because you have to choose first. You have to decide, and that is the biggest challenge. Making up your mind that you are going to do something different is the hardest part of all of it. But we are here. I am here. Debbie is here. We are here, especially for you folks we went to school with. We see you. We look at you and we say, that is where I was. And I know I was in that overweight, almost diabetic, headed for a heart attack situation. I know how that feels. Look at the difference in me now. You can do that too. You just have to make up your mind. And if we can help you, if I can help you, just message me. I would love to be part of the catalyst that changes your life. I love y'all, and I thank you for being here. And just give me a yell. I'm here. Thanks. Bye.